Hi, welcome to the Effects Shop. My name is Danielle Romero and I'm a senior effects artist. I've worked at companies like Blizzard, EA, I've worked in film and television, and I've created these blood sprites, which you can use in nearly any engine. Right now we're viewing them in Unreal 4, but they'll work in Unity and CryEngine, as well as a number of other proprietary engines. So they are animated textures, and right now you can see our very simple particle setup that we have in the Unreal 4 engine. Basically, I just have particles that are scaling up. So let's take a look here in wireframe. So you can see, not very well, but you can see vaguely that they're just single sprites that are scaling up. They've got an initial velocity and they're kind of falling back down, as well as a random rotation. So if we view again in the unlit mode, we can see our texture, which is really cool and adding a lot of motion and interesting look to them. So let's take a look at what is happening here. So let's see my texture. This guy. So let's view our RGB, and this is what you're going to see when you first get it. So you're going to see just a very basic, like, tileable texture here. And I'll show you how I'm using it in the materials. So you're also going to be getting this material setup. Absolutely, you can mimic this in other engines. So I'm just using my red channel here in the texture to drive my base color. I'm multiplying it by my particle color, so this texture will work for anything. It won't not just blood. Like, you can use it for oil and yeah, just make your blood whatever color you want, depending on, like, if you have certain countries' laws you have to deal with. So you can change the color based on your particle color. I'm using my green channel here. We can take a look just at the green channel itself. So I'm using my green channel as spec. You can also use the blue channel here if you just want kind of a more detailed, like, subtle spec channel. And it comes also with this alpha. So say you want a more stylized effect, you could just have a very solid base color and just use the alpha to get still the interesting motion from it. It also comes with this normal map, which adds a lot of depth to your texture. And you can see here the normal map is plugged in. I have also in Unreal, I have, like, basically just a basic metallic material plugged in, which just adds to it, but it's not necessary for your engine. It'll still be cool without it. So if you haven't worked with these kind of animated textures before, I'll just walk you through it really quickly. It's quite simple. So here, this is frame 1, this can be frame 64. So it's just kind of playing them through like a video. Depending on kind of your lifespan, like, so if you have a lifespan of 1, this frame will play at the end of frame 1. If you have it 0.5, it's going to play through much faster. If you have this set to way too slow, if you have it very slow, like this is supposed to take like 100 frames, you're going to get some kind of popping in between them. But otherwise, it's very versatile and it's good for a variety of speeds. So if we take a look at what's playing right now, I have this, let's see, expand this guy. I have my blood droplets material. It's just a basic camera facing sprite, and it's set to an 8x8 texture. This sub-image index is playing it. And then I have my lifetime. I have a variation on here. So it's playing a little bit slowly. You can increase this to be like really, really fast. It might be crazy fast. Then it just kind of bursts and it's just going to be die much faster. So let's take a look at some of our other sprites that we have here. This guy, the blood spurt, it's kind of more directional facing. Again, this is just a very simple camera facing emitter, but you could have it, say, like scaled by velocity, so it kind of gets stretched up. You can absolutely do that. You can add collision and events to all of these guys to just make them more interesting, because this is only a single emitter, but just to show you how cool and versatile these textures are. Here's our blood thick one. It's very, very like liquidy and gooey, and again, mixing these with other layers, you can have something really, really cool. Yeah, this guy. And again, these are not just for blood. I mean, you can kind of make them a little bit more transparent and to make them look thinner, and there's all kinds of things you can do. These can be screen effects, this can be decals, and you can make them fade off, or you can make them stick on the last frame, just however you like. Here's another sort of decal guy. It's a bit shinier. You can add speck, remove speck as you want, and this could be, you know, alien goo, it could be paint, it could be, yeah, just whatever you care to make it. So take a look. This guy could be, I don't know, for example, debris. It doesn't just have to be blood as well. Just have an interesting animated sprite with normal maps and speck map. So let me just show you a little bit more about what you'll get with this package. So you're going to get these high-res maps as well as the normal maps. We're also providing low-res maps, and for a texture like if your engine doesn't support the scrolling textures, we'll be giving you just a single texture as well that you can use. You're also going to get the full Unreal setup, so that includes all of these materials as well as the emitters, and this level where you can play through and just see all of these guys in action. So these are just very simple setups, and we'll also be providing a single particle that just shows how cool all of these can be when you combine them. So thanks so much for checking out this video. We really hope that you enjoy our particles. Let us know if there's anything you'd be interested in us making, and we'll try to get that out. Thanks again. Bye.